It's time for the KQEG-TV High School Game of the Week. Tonight, the River Falls Wildcats and the Logan Rangers. The KQEG-TV High School Game of the Week, made possible by our sponsors, like Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Your comfort is their business. Southwest 2nd Avenue in Onalaska. Schumacher Kish Funeral and Cremation Services in La Crosse, La Crescent, and Onalaska. Boyer's Furniture, quality furniture at affordable prices on South Avenue, La Crosse. Luke's Auto Repair on Mason Street in Onalaska. Citizen State Bank, a banking experience like no other, with locations in La Crosse and Onalaska. Now let's go courtside at Logan High School with the KQEG-TV broadcast team, Art Fay and Terry Erickson.
Welcome, everyone, to the KQEG High School Game of the Week. This is Art Fay along with Terry Erickson. We got Luke on camera. Jesse's working the computer for us tonight. We have got a non-conference game coming to you from Logan High School tonight, where the Logan Rangers are hosting the Wildcats from River Falls out of the Big Rivers Conference. And Terry, you got these two teams coming in. You got a little history with some of these teams. You look back at River Falls.
I do, actually. I worked a lot of games in the Big Rivers over the years, River Falls, Eau Claire North, you name them. And I have such fond memories of River Falls because Greg Galkey was a head coach for over 20 years, and I was there when he was inducted into the WBCA Hall of Fame a couple of years ago. He's now retired, and we're going to talk a little bit about his replacement, who I got to talk to quite a bit this morning, Zach Campbell. But I'm excited to work this game because Zach Campbell went out of his way for us and for fans in River Falls to blast it out to everybody because I want to welcome the thousands of fans from River Falls watching this broadcast here tonight.
Well, it should be a good one. River Falls coming out of that Big Rivers Conference, and years ago, a lot of those Big Rivers Conference teams were in the Mississippi Valley or vice versa. And so they're very comparable conferences.
Oh, absolutely. Years and years ago, the Big Rivers Art would just clean house with teams in this area, clean house. And then it's turned in the last decade. So a lot of teams in this area now end up winning in that rivalry between the MVC and the Big Rivers Conference. But when you look at the Big Rivers Conference, always just parity, which was what you would call it. And now Chippewa on top, Hudson, River Falls, and Eau Claire North, who I thought was the best team in that conference, is now in third place. So things have changed in the last 2 weeks.
I'll take a look at River Falls. First of all, they come in here. They have a record of 3-2 in the Big Rivers. They're 9-3 overall, good solid ball club. And they come in here, well, a combination. They got a young man named Zach Johnson who's got a lot of scoring punch.
Oh, does he ever. Zach Johnson. Now, this is something that is really highly interesting to a lot of people. His mom, Lori Dunham, I just talked to her a little bit ago sitting up there. Her mom was a star at UWL and graduated, I think, in 1997. But I remember working games when she played Lori Dunham, and the mom of Zach Johnson. And she said, Terry, how come you aren't working this game? I said, well, I'm not working that many. I broadcast now. And she said, well, maybe that's better that you do that. But I have lots of great memories of her. Just fond to heck. And she hasn't changed one bit. She's as beautiful now as she was when she played at UWL. That's a fact. There she is right there sitting behind us.
You look at Terry, you look at this team for River Falls. Something's got to be in the water. They got twins there that are 6'9", the Dohertys.
And I talked to their mom, too, who's behind us. The Doherty, Liam, 6'9", playing the best basketball of his career the last couple of weeks. His brother, a 6'9" player, averaging 8 points a game, honorable mention last year, 4.0 student. You're right. I mean, they're just two twins that dominate inside. But wait, they're surrounded by – this looks like a college roster. Mike Johnson, 6'4" senior, leading rebounder, career high points in last Saturday of 35, Art. And here's the thing. I remember this, too, because Zach sent this to me. His father was Mr. Basketball in Wisconsin, played for Phillips. You know where Phillips is? Way up north. Back in Mr. Basketball. And then, rounding that off, Peyton Flood, a 6'5" senior, 2-year starter, top defensive player. But I was telling you about Lori Dunham's son, Zach Johnson, who, by the way, the Logan coaches said he's the key to having a good game tonight. Here, second second team all-conference last year, a junior, has a scholarship offer already from Winona State, became the career leader in three-point shots last Saturday. He's a junior at 133. Now, you think he's got some of his mom's blood?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
So anyway, it's just interesting to see some of the things that I was sent by Zach today. We'll talk about during the game. But should we shift our attention to the Logan Rangers?
We should look at the host here. They're going to come in, and Jackson Hamilton at 6'7" is their tallest kid, and but they've got a pretty good size overall for Logan.
They do. However, they don't use that size to the as much as I think they should. If they don't tonight, we'll talk about that when we get to the keys to the game. It could be a challenge for these Logan Rangers. Jackson Hamilton, 2 double-doubles in the last 2 games. That's an encouraging sign. He was hurt early on, averaging 17. Funches, big kid too. You talked about that, averaging 14. Jack McHugh's sake. He's a big kid too, Art, the only junior in the starting lineup, averaging 7 points. And Floyd Thomas, another big kid inside, averaging 11. And so there's some size there, some strength, and so on. Do they have the size to match the River Falls Wildcats? That will be a question that will be unveiled early on in this game.
And you look at these two clubs too, and you look at the teams that they match up with and common opponents, and you look at it, they split with Menominee, they both lost to Eau Claire North, and they split with Holman. So it really doesn't give you a definitive answer of what's going to happen tonight.
I looked at that too, and one of the surprising things to me is Holman is right in the middle of the, we saw him play last week against Onalaska, right in the middle of the MVC, but their record is dismal actually, and they're playing much better. But the Holman Vikings beat these River Falls Wildcats, and really in terms of talent and athleticism and size, huge disparity.
Exactly. Offensively, River Falls comes in averaging 68 points a game, giving up 53, where Logan has 59 points a game. Defensively, they're giving up 68. So a little bit more scoring power we're seeing on paper anyway for the Wildcats of River Falls.
Keys of the game?
Keys of the game.
Here's what I think. If Logan can use their size inside, and I kind of talked to some of their players about, hey, you're a big kid, you're not a point guard. You're not a 2-player. Get in there where you belong. And, of course, they're like, you're the coach. But I'm just saying it to encourage them. I think one of the keys will be that rebound. Number 2, Logan has a tendency to have multiple turnovers, Art. I don't know if you've been courtside with me for some of these games, but they just have some unforced turnovers. They need to corral that and play within themselves. And number 3, if they do not run and cut down on those turnovers and run a patient, good offense where there's no shot clock here, which you got sometimes like, come on, just eat the clock and turn. In other words, be patient, set screens, and so on. And I think if that happens, then the Rangers have a chance. Coming off a difficult double overtime loss against Toma. But you know what? They're playing much better. They played much better against Central. They played much better against Toma. Maybe the mystery that everyone thought was occurring can't figure out the Rangers. Maybe they're now starting to emerge.
It'll be interesting, if the Logan Rangers can corral Zach Johnson and either Jackson Hamilton, Floyd Thomas, or Jakaya Funches has a good offensive night. Best of all, combination of all three. There's good things for Logan on there with that kind of combination.
You do,
of activity.
But if you live on the three-point line, first of all, those rebounds go back deep, which gives the other team an advantage on a transition game. If you live on the three-point line, Art, you also can die on the three-point line.
All right, teams finishing up their warm-ups. We're getting ready for the starting lineup of the national anthem. We'll be back after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
The thing I'm most proud of when I think about our company is the reputation that we've been able to build in this community. Our technicians have done a great job going out and performing magnificent jobs for the customer. And our customers have rewarded us with some really great reviews online.
We have over 150 5-star reviews online right now. Our technicians do a great job out there, and our reviews show it.
We can say without hesitation, when you choose Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning, you'll be glad you did.
Welcome back to Logan High School. Starting lineup for the River Falls Wildcats. Mike Johnson is a senior at 6'4", wearing number 4. Number 11 is Peyton Floyd, a 6'5" senior. Liam Doherty, a 6'9" junior. His twin brother JT Doherty at 6'9". And finishing out the starting lineup, Zach Johnson, a junior at 6'3", wearing number 23.
Normally, first off the bench, Mike Sherman has mono, so he won't play. But you'll see Isaiah Gray, Reagan Pino, and Mike Tiffany.
Starting for the Logan Rangers, Devin Moran, a senior at 6'1", and then Jackson Hamilton, wearing number 11, a senior, 6'7". Number 15 is Jake McHugh-Sake, a junior. He stands 6'5". Number 23, Floyd Thomas, 6'2", senior. And rounding out the starting lineup is Jakaya Funches, number 35, a senior, standing at 6'3".
First guy off the bench will probably be Julian Erickson. A great game against Toma, had 7 points in a great floor game. Ryan Bai, great outside shooter. Keenan Haas, who we saw in the JV game, a 6'3" sophomore.
Sam Swig, the head coach for the Rangers. And as Terry has said, Zach Campbell, the head coach for the River Falls Wildcats.
Officials tonight, Jeremy Hansen, Kyle Yonke, and Jerry Sample working this non-conference game. And again, we welcome all the viewers in the area and in River Falls who are watching this game here this evening from the Logan Fieldhouse. Look at the size of those Wildcats. Whoa.
Yeah, it's 6'9" coming in.
Ooh.
And they control the tip deep back into the backcourt. And the Wildcats of River Falls in the dark blue, the yellow trim tonight.
See what they do with that offense. Good spacing starting out. Now that will, look at that. Great rebound, but hey, Jakai Funches with a block.
Strong rebound inside, and River Falls, their first possession, comes up empty.
Logan's half-court offense, Art, has been a struggle. 5 out, they really don't attack that well, and they don't have any rebounding. And that is a problem.
Kicks it out. There's Thomas, Jackson. Hamilton looking at it, drives the lane. He's got
Nice
a little
move.
bit of a half step.
He is really coming into his game. He attacked the gap, and as a result, 2-0 Rangers.
So they're working around the perimeter here. Nice return. Turn and a travel call on Mike Johnson.
Whoa. Did you see that? I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I thought that was a good move, but maybe he moved early, huh?
Well, Mike Johnson's the one you were telling us about, Terry, that in his last outing he had 35 points.
Yeah.
Way above his average.
Oh, my goodness. And Zach Johnson as capable.
Oh,
Look at that.
Jackson Hamilton.
What did he have for lunch today? Starts
Boy.
out with 4 points right away and takes charge.
Now, the young man that they look to for a lot of scoring is number 23, Zach Johnson, for River Falls.
Yeah, he's the key.
There's a top of the key shot up and in for Peyton Floyd.
Peyton Floyd is 6'5" senior.
And that was a three-pointer.
It was, and he elevated well. Good backspin on his shot.
This is a tall River Falls club. I mean, besides the fact that they got the 2 6'9" kids out there.
And they're athletic, too.
Hamilton.
Ooh. And seeking contact is what good players do on drives. You know that? Seeking body contact so they get to the line.
Jackson certainly found it that time. So the first foul of the evening goes against Liam Doherty.
Liam Doherty at 6'9". JT Doherty at 6'9", twins we talked about. I think there's some promise with this team. 3 of their better players, juniors.
Yeah.
Look out, Big Rivers Conference.
Yeah. Well, Jackson Hamilton gets them both a little bit of a shooter's role.
Hamilton 6 and River Falls 3, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Floyd looking for a help. Here's Johnson, left-handed shot from the top, not going to go. Put back up, and Mike Johnson nails it.
Yeah, nobody put a body on him either. Nobody. 6'4" senior. You got to be physical inside.
Thomas from the far side hits a three.
I've never seen a guy that likes that angle more than Floyd Thomas. He doesn't like the easy shot. He takes the hardest shot there is in the game.
Back and forth between Doherty twins.
Good spacing. That's a key to running a good offense.
There's a three-pointer from the top from one of the big guys. Floyd Thomas with a rebound.
River Falls likes the three-point line,
They
too.
do.
Little weave, and there's a good move.
Q State going in, and they're going to call for a travel.
When I say, ooh, that means like, I don't know about that.
Yeah. Jack McHugh Sake was kind of looking
I
for
think
a
that
foul.
was a good move.
Got our first substitution. Michael Tiffany is in the game for River Falls.
There's that 50-50 ball that coaches talk about all the time. Oh, nice shot.
Peyton Floyd from long range.
Peyton Flood looked good on that shot. You no question about that. Mike Tiffany is just in, as you talked about, a 6'4" senior. The leader on the team in terms of communication.
These are big kids coming off the bench. 6'4" senior.
Yeah.
Tiffany.
Gray at 6'5" and Pino at 6 foot. Two other key players. Just don't see much screening with the Rangers. I just think that's highly unusual. Oh, now you know what?
Yep.
Everybody knew that. Hey,
Yep.
I like this philosophy that I learned when I worked D1. It's only traveling if everybody in the arena can see it's traveling. Otherwise, like, don't call it. Do you agree with that?
That one. Yep. And that one everybody saw.
Everybody saw it. If it's marginal, stay off it.
Shot from the top, not there. JT Doherty has it. Now back into Johnson.
Nice
down to
pass.
Doherty.
Oh, you got to convert on that. Doherty should have had 2 on that. I'm sure he's mad at himself.
Oh, nice weave. Just a little offensive run.
Little Globetrotter weave. That's in April, isn't it? The Globetrotter weave?
It'll happen in March. Yeah.
Oh, March?
Yep.
Really? When do they come to the Lacrosse Center?
March 26th, I believe the date
All
is.
right. We're going to talk about that, too. And our schedule for the rest of the week. So stay tuned tonight.
Tiffany's got the basketball out to Zach Johnson. This is the left-hander averaging about 21 points a game, and he's yet to score tonight. Johnson open. Now he's on the books.
Pretty form. Absolutely pretty form.
11-9.
Zach Johnson, career leader in 3 points. We talked about that. 6'3". Good move by Jackson Hamilton. Early on, he was a little bit underachieving. Now he's coming into his own, Art.
Johnson, they're on him from the long-range shot. Inside to Mike Johnson. Gonna muscle his way in. Not there. High score. Kicks it out. Thomas. Not there.
Even though you're a three-point shooter, Art, you follow your shot. And that's one thing the Rangers have struggled with. Peyton Flood again at 6'5", elevates well, doesn't he?
He did. Makes it 13-11 River Falls. You know, even they're playing man-to-man, Terry. River Falls, they're looking for doubles.
Oh, nice backdoor cut. Beautiful pass. Thomas to Hamilton.
Boy, Jackson Hamilton has got 10 of the 13 points for Logan already.
When you back cut and read the defense, you're going to be the recipient of those passes.
Tiffany kicks it out. Here's a three-pointer on the way. Long rebound, knocked out of bounds.
Good hustle by the Rangers. Floyd Thomas knocking the ball out. And obviously off of a Wildcat. Number 10, Julian Erickson comes in. Again, he had a great floor game against Toma.
That was a close game, 77-71.
Double
Toma
overtime,
winning.
yeah. Toma's surprising a lot of people, too.
Hamilton, that one's off the edge. He follows his shot in.
Yeah, there you go. Why do you follow your shot? He just showed you why. Oh, whoa. What? Oh.
Yeah, we got a foul underneath, some kind of push.
Actually, it was on the back foul. You know that fouling over the back doesn't exist. On the back does. If you displace a guy, yeah, but if you go for the rebound, it's not a foul.
Foul was against Jackson Hamilton, his first, and stepped out of bounds somewhere underneath. It'll go to Logan.
He didn't establish himself, Jeremy Hansen said, when he came from out of bounds, inbounds. So a violation and a turnover.
Hamilton going baseline. He'll take the jump shot. Not going to be there.
The last two shots have not been good shots by Hamilton. You got to know your shot. Shot selection. Did your coach talk about that when you were in high school? I assume he did.
A little bit.
Know your shot. It wasn't. It really wasn't as much of an emphasis was it back then.
Sanchez will inbound it. Thomas with a quick three-pointer. Boy, he nails that one.
Yeah, much too big for Reagan Pinnow, the 6-foot sophomore.
Just gave him a 2 on that. So Thomas with 5 points in the game. Zach Johnson misses that.
Well, rebounding has been to Logan's advantage on the defensive side so far. Nice move, nice move. Look at that. Look at that.
Hugh's sake.
He used
left-handed.
he used his left hand, Art, and he found a gap, and he took advantage of it.
4-point lead for La Crosse Logan with the timeout of the floor. We'll be back after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
You know, the thing I'm most proud of when I think about our company is the reputation that we've been able to build in this community. Our technicians have done a great job going out and performing magnificent jobs for the customer. And our customers have rewarded us with some really great reviews online.
We have over 150 5-star reviews online right now. Our technicians do a great job out there, and our reviews show it.
We can say without hesitation, when you choose Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning, you'll be glad you did.
Welcome back. A 17-13 lead for La Crosse Logan in this non-conference game. River Falls out of the Big Rivers Conference against La Crosse Logan out of the Mississippi Valley. This is Art Fay along with Terry Erickson. Luke's running the camera for us tonight. Jesse on the computer.
Zach Campbell doing a great job with this River Falls program. He is in his 7th year has created quite a culture of fan support.
Baseline shot, J.T. Doherty. Yeah, this is his first.
You think him and his twin brother will play collegiately somewhere?
Boy, somebody's going to be looking at him.
Oh, I guess so. Like the Lopez brothers playing for the Bucks. Nice drive.
Hamilton, and he's fouled on the way in.
He sought contact, and goes to the free throw line.
Well, that's tough, you know, on the Doherty boys because Hamilton has got such a quick move. He's a 6'7" guard.
He is. He is. He's got a guard's mentality, and which has certainly created a lot of success for him. But he can also post up. I saw him post up against Holman, and he had a lot of success there. So, you know, he's very diverse.
Off on the second one. River Falls.
Swing the ball well and then dive into the post.
It's a three-pointer on the way off the front. Tiffany with the rebound. Back to Jackson. Here's another one.
Jeez.
That one he zooms in on.
Well, I didn't know they liked the three-point line that much, but Zach Johnson, speaking about playing collegiately, oh, wow. He's going to play somewhere.
Yeah, and Thomas, and they call a foul before the shot. But Zach Johnson for River Falls, he's about 3 times as many three-point shots as the next player on the team.
He's averaging 21 points a game, second team all-conference last year. Will play Division II at Winona, perhaps.
That foul was called on Mike Tiffany, and that's his second, so he's taking a seat.
Mike Johnson back in. Remember, he had 35 points last Saturday, so in a 100 and some 80-60 win against Ashland.
Right now, the little bit of a weave kind of offense is taking him outside. Jackson from the lane. Whoa.
He's possessed. He says, I'm taking this game on my own shoulders, at least into the first half.
He's looking good. There's Moran.
1 versus 2.
One-on-one.
Let's see what he does.
And we got a whistle. He'll be shooting free throws. He's going to be going against Peyton Flood.
Peyton Flood, team assist leader, 2-year starter, top defensive player, going to play college track and field. Maybe UWL. UWL is one of the best track programs in the nation, as you know.
Moran misses the first, averaging about 9 points a game.
I like the way he's cut back on his turnovers. Early in the season, lots of turnovers, and he's improved that.
We were talking about this Logan team, when they get into the tournament run, they could surprise some people because they just keep getting a little bit better every game.
Yeah, the problem is they're going to get a low seed unless they
That's true.
make a big surge here. But, by the way, we're going to be covering a lot of postseason games on the boys and the girls side.
Doherty from the top, not there. Power rebound and good rebound for number 11, Peyton Flood.
You said it, power rebound, 6'5" senior. I like players that go to the paint hard and rebound. They send a message.
Moran from the deep corner,
No.
off the mark.
Mid-range jump shot, it seems like it's a disappearing shot, isn't it? Throughout much of basketball nation. I read an article about the mid-range jump shot needs to come back. Basketball purists have talked about that.
And we got a whistle on the drive.
Yeah, and it was. Julian Erickson, a good job of establishing himself. A lot of people think that a defense has to be set in order for it to be a charge. Not the case. Not the case.
That was the first foul on Mike Johnson, offensively. Funches running to point guard position.
Don't pick your dribble up.
Tried to get it inside to Erickson.
Don't force it. Make good passes. Nice drive.
Yep. Zach Johnson showing why he can score a bunch of points. That's 8 for him.
Our coach used to always say, don't let your man beat you on a dribble drive, but if he does, don't worry, your teammates will be there to help. Well, right? And that's the case universally. Your teammates have to help.
Trying to get it inside to Hamilton, not there. That was a tough pass to try to get it in, cutting to the hoop.
Make easy passes. Don't make a pass hard. Make an easy pass. Some coaching points. Once a coach, always a coach. I can't not be a coach.
Driving down the lane, we got a bump before the shot. Peyton Flood drawing the foul. He's got 10 points in the game. He only averages about 10.
Yeah. Well, second half of the season, seniors need to lead the way and need to show their true colors.
Baseline, long shot, Johnson. Not there. Pino got
Nice,
the rebound.
nice effort.
Nobody's covering him. Hamilton with the rebound. Quickly down court. Tried to get it ahead to Thomas. Not there for him.
Rangers have not had a lot of those in the first half, but that pass was something they've had an issue with. They need to correct that down the stretch here.
1-point lead by River Falls, 22-21. Top of the key, Flood.
Pretty hard to nice rebound. I was going to say pretty hard to screen out every player. They're so big. They crash the board so well.
They do. Tight game now. Oh. Funches threw that one away. And all the way down. Nice move by Mike Johnson.
Rangers need a timeout. Sometimes we meaning the Rangers, are a mystery. Sometimes it's just turnovers that should not occur, Art. Should not.
24-21. There's Hamilton. Oh. Didn't get the roll on that one.
Rangers need a timeout here if River Falls scores.
All the way Johnson down the lane, not there. Funches with the rebound. Didn't have the numbers, but he got the shot.
Yeah, and good body control. Rangers do call a timeout.
All right, a 1-point lead for River Falls. 5:20 left in the first half. We'll be back after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
You know that Boyers is a small family business.
That doesn't mean it's not fully staffed. Here's our sales department.
Purchasing department.
Delivery and setup.
Warehouse crew.
Quality control.
Advertising.
We've got the best in sales, service, and selection. Come on down and check out Boyer's Furniture.
Welcome back. Tight game in this first half, 24-23. River Falls leading by a single point here in this non-conference game between River Falls and La Crosse Logan.
How can you go to a basketball game? How can anyone watch a game without thinking of Kobe Bryant? You know, how can you? What the entire world grieves for Kobe Bryant, and we're going to talk a little bit about that too.
That's such a sad deal.
Well, one of the most tragic things in the world of sports for decades, I'll tell you.
So we're starting the last 5 minutes here with full court pressure being put on by Logan. And River Falls handles it very well.
They do. They're poised. They're confident.
Mike Johnson.
Certainly they've run.
Ooh.
Yeah. They drew contact using his frame. Mike Johnson, 6'4" senior.
You know, Mike Johnson recognizes he's got smaller people on him, and he'll take it to the hoop.
Yeah.
He's a big, strong, athletic kid.
Well, the Rangers have people like that, too, that can post up and take people to the paint.
Johnson hits the three. 27-23. Funches gives it Johnson going all the way. And a whistle just out of bounds.
Remember this one? Remember this coaching tip? Never leave your feet unless you know what you're going to do with the ball. Remember that? Remember when your coaches would drill that?
That's basic stuff.
Yeah, never leave your feet. There's an element of uncertainty as to where you're going to go with it. Ever.
There's an opportunity now for River Falls to spread this lead just a little bit further.
Run a good inside 1-4 set.
Doherty.
Pretty shot right over Jack McHugh's sake.
29-23. Biggest lead of the night for either team.
Oh, whoa. Shot selection. Whoa.
So a couple of turnovers. Terry just said shot selection could make a difference here. And out of bounds, it goes back to Logan.
I'm sure that will be addressed at halftime, I would hope. But, you know, shot selection was good for the Rangers the first part of this very first half. But they've kind of gone back to their old ways in the recent minutes.
Up to that point, they were playing some pretty good ball. Here comes Hamilton.
Oh,
a lot of collision in there and nothing called.
Yeah, actually, I wouldn't have called anything either. Oh.
Another bump shot from long range, long rebound. And now we got a whistle.
So there you go. Okay, let's replay that.
Wow.
Long shot, long rebound, right?
Right.
So when you shoot, expect the ball to come back and rebound it.
Schumacher Kish Funeral Homes and Cremation Service. They've been serving the La Crosse area for over 50 years. They've got traditional service or prearranged funeral plans. It's comforting to know they'll be there when you need them. They've got locations in La Crosse, La Crescent, and on Alaska. Shot up by Zach Johnson, off the mark. Quickly down court.
Floyd Thomas had some big threes, but he hasn't taken his man to the basket the entire game yet, nor has he posted up.
And you could hear a slap down there on Doherty. So Hamilton will pick up the foul.
Yeah, Jack. He cannot be in foul trouble if the Rangers are going to have a chance to win this game. Nice out-of-bounds play.
Yeah. Nice little screen there.
Yeah, a little
set up for Flood.
Little curl cut. Rangers weren't ready.
River Falls has adjusted on Hamilton because he was able to get a lot of good shots in the early part of this half. Oh, Thomas from long range, he's got 8.
Yeah, looks good from there.
Logan needed a point there.
Sure did. Went into a drought for a while.
Top of the key, they're going to give him a 3 on that one. That's Peyton Flood again.
Rhythm, release, and confidence. Oh, did he walk?
Jackson.
Close.
Put back, not there. Finally, Doherty clears it out. There's Johnson over to JT Doherty. Zach Johnson at the top. That's a 20-footer, not there.
Oh, nice rebound. Talk about getting up off the floor, and a beautiful pass, too.
Funches underneath, and Hamilton had position, and he draws the foul. So Doherty, JT, gets that one. That's his first.
Yeah. Coach Zach Campbell says the official underneath the basket didn't call anything, and then you call it from the trail position way out. He's got a point.
Jackson off on that first free throw. He's got 13 in the first half. Finds the bottom of the net.
He's got good ball rotation, doesn't he? Follows through. Good release. Results occur when you get a good release.
Flood, not there. Cusack.
No numbers.
Pull it back out. And
Swing the ball. Swing the ball. There you go. Swing it, screen away, and dive.
A lot of control for Floyd Thomas taking that shot.
Very out of control.
Inside, JT Doherty working his way in there. It's the big guy, and he finds the seam. I
like entry passes. Most coaches will chart entry passes. How many times did we enter into the – doesn't mean you have to keep it. You can go inside out, but enter the ball in. Get the defense to collapse. Then you can shoot the 3-yard.
Jackson. He is so quick on that move.
He is. That was slightly out of control too, but he gathered and he got it. He got back and got his balance and drew the foul. Of course, one way you evaluate players is how many times they go to the free throw line, right? Well, in this game, Hamilton has certainly fit that.
He has. There's 17 fouls on River Falls now. Pino was the young man who got the foul for River Falls. That's his first.
Maybe a good time to take Jackson Hamilton out. Ryan Bicette to come in. Yeah. so he doesn't pick up his third foul. Good coaching.
Hamilton with 65 seconds heads to the bench and 16 points.
Zach Johnson back in.
Jackson Hamilton has had as many as 29 of his best outing this year.
Right. Reagan Pino goes out for the Wildcats. I saw that game. He's been streaky, but when he's on, he's certainly worth watching.
And a push from behind.
Yeah, kind of an unnecessary foul.
Yeah, I think Ryan Bai is going to pick up his first.
Second personal foul for the Rangers on 24, Ryan Bai. The team
Yeah, wrong is second. So we're down to 50 seconds left in the first half. 34-29, River Falls. Tiffany going baseline.
Right by Jakai Funches, too. Good rebound by Ryan Bai. Can't get beat that easily off a dribble.
Husek on the glass, not there.
We've seen a lot of out of control shots, Art. That needs to be addressed.
River Falls checks the clock. They're down to 14 seconds. This will be the last shot.
See the kind of set they get now, going 1-4. Onalaska used to do that with John Shelton.
Johnson steps back and he nails it.
A comfortable elevation, creating space. It ends the River Falls half on a positive note.
Zach Johnson was talking to his teammates, just stepped back, and there it was. 36-29 at half. River Falls Wildcats leading lacrosse Logan Rangers. We'll be back after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
You know, the thing I'm most proud of when I think about our company is the reputation that we've been able to build in this community. Our technicians have done a great job going out and performing magnificent jobs for the customer. And our customers have rewarded us with some really great reviews online.
We have over 150 5-star reviews online right now. Our technicians do a great job out there, and our reviews show it.
We can say without hesitation, when you choose Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning, you'll be glad you did.
Welcome back to La Crosse Logan High School. It's Art Fay along with Terry Erickson. We've got Luke on camera. Jesse's working the computer for us tonight. And we've got a 36-29 score. River Falls leading La Crosse Logan at halftime. So Terry, a lot of basketball this week on lineup for KQEG TV.
I am so excited. I said to my wife, I got to stay healthy and sharp this entire week, starting tonight. But you have the schedule in front of you to share because we have a busy week.
We do. I mean, tomorrow night, starting off, special college game, UWL hosting Whitewater.
I am so looking forward to that. Let me, real quickly, a lot of people that I've seen in the last month said, Terry, why don't you guys broadcast a UWL game? So I went to Jesse, I went to Rick, and I said, I'm getting a lot of people that are interested because of the success of both the men and the women. So tomorrow night, we bring to the world our first ever UWL men's game, followed by a week later women's game at Mitchell Hall, and you and I will be there, Jesse and our whole crew.
Yeah, they are doing very well, getting votes and ranking in the country, and so that's pretty special here at D3.
Best start in 50 years for UWL men. 50.
Wow. Thursday night, Onalaska and Aquinas girls. Then on Friday, Onalaska and Aquinas boys, and Holman and Central boys. Then Saturday, we've got a couple of games here that are going to be really featured. The couple of games of Battle Borders. Minnehaha out of Minneapolis area, and they're featuring one of the top kids in the country, one of the top 5 recruits, a young man named Scruggs that's playing for Minnehaha against Central.
Do you know what Minnehaha has that they were supposed to play at the Lacrosse Center in the Midwest Players Classic, and they rescheduled their game against Caledonia. That's Friday night in Caledonia. We're not going to broadcast that game, of course. We have some other games. You just shared that, but Minnehaha, you think that'll bring the crowd? And of course, it would switch to UWL.
Yep.
We'll be courtside for that. Oh, I can't wait for that.
Should be good.
Hey, let's talk a little bit about, we have plenty of time, let's talk about Kobe Bryant. You know, the entire world grieves. 9 people dead, his daughter, other people, but talk about a guy that crossed the world in terms of his charismatic personality. What a tragic loss. His daughter, Gigi, an up-and-coming player, and had her heart set on going to Connecticut, playing basketball there. You know, I read something, too, that the service, you know, they're still in the formative stages of the services, so on. But a writer today said they didn't even, if they had the services and they opened it, if they had the funeral services and they opened it, they didn't even think they could get everybody in the Staples Center that would want to go to that funeral. And the Staples Center holds 20,000 people, which is the home to the Lakers. And the one thought was maybe even have it someplace like the Los Angeles Coliseum, which holds about 90,000 people. Now, if they had something like that, they'd probably fill the place.
A lot of people would be there. Yep. All right. We're close to the start of the second half. We'll take a break and be right back after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
It's halftime on the KQEG TV High School Game of the Week. Tonight's basketball game features the River Falls Wildcats and the Logan Rangers. We'll return with the second half of tonight's game after these messages.
I often hear from people that a bank is just a bank. Well, I encourage you to talk to our customers, our employees, or check out our reviews to find out why you can't live without Citizen State Bank. I also encourage you to stop in one of our offices, since the difference will be felt within seconds, and is why we are known to have one of the best cultures in the industry. So what are you waiting for? Why don't you stop in to check out what all the buzz is about? I guarantee you won't be disappointed.
You know Boyers Furniture. We've been in business over 100 years selling quality furniture at budget prices. But who's choosing the furniture we're selling?
We picked out sofas, and more sofas. We picked out love seats, and more love seats.
We picked out recliners,
and more recliners.
Dining room furniture, bedroom furniture.
With buyers like these and USA brands like Ashley, Marshfield, and Best, you can't do better than Boyer Furniture.
Welcome back. 36-29. River Falls leading La Crosse Logan. at halftime.
So what do the Rangers have to do to win this game, Art? I think it's pretty obvious.
Well, a little bit. Some of the shots that we saw late in the first half, rather, Terry. You were talking about it. In control.
A, shot selection. B, turnovers. Cut back on those. Get yourself in good rhythm and so on, and the Rangers have a chance. River Falls is good. It's going to take a great effort by the Rangers in the second half.
Well, they had a lot of offensive punch from that man right there, Jackson Hamilton, going in.
Sure did. What a nice young man, too. You probably don't know him like I do, but you can't find a nicer young man.
Well, I know the family, and that's a good start.
Yes, you do. Oh, nice curl cut, too.
Moran going baseline, and we got a collision. Nothing called.
Lots of contact there.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's the kind of train wreck we talk about in the NC2A. If a train wreck occurs, it better. Oh, nice drive.
Whoa.
So we had two drives. One for River Falls, it goes, and Logan doesn't go.
Zach Johnson showing his athletic ability. He's got 12 now in the contest. He is our leading scorer.
Does that surprise you?
Not a bit.
I talked about his mom, Lori Dunham, a UWL star, before the game. I'm sure she's going to get some texts when she gets back to River Falls. Like, Terry talked about you all the time.
Yeah. Well, foul underneath.
One interesting stat that was shared with me. In the first half, Logan only attempted 21 shots, made 10. And River Falls attempted 41, twice as many, and hit 15.
Jackson Hamilton has 16 points at the half. Peyton Flood had 13 for River Falls.
Why didn't the Rangers have as many shots as the Wildcats? Pretty simple. Too many turnovers.
There's a three-pointer by Johnson. That one's going to go out of bounds.
Art, that was an NBA three-pointer.
That was a long one.
Wasn't it?
No question about that. Yeah, I got some trivia, too, about River Falls I stumbled across today, just looking at stuff.
I heard you talk a little bit about it before. Well, you got to share with our viewers.
Yeah, we'll get a little bit of that.
My first thought was, did you work today or what?
Doesn't take long. Wikipedia's got all kinds of interesting stuff on it.
Yeah,
I just stumbled across it.
Did you?
Literally.
Well, then, when we get a break, you got to share that.
Yeah. Hamilton, and he's fouled. That's a body foul.
Body foul is right. Seeking missile of shot. Missile seeking body contact.
We got that on Flood, and if that's his third. This is an aggressive game. You've got to be careful. Hamilton is 6 for 8 from the free throw line.
That time he dropped his guide hand a little early. I don't know if you noticed that. Not that I'm a shooting expert, but worked a lot of shooting camps in my career. You keep that guide hand on the ball like that, and you'll get a little better roll.
Can't connect on either one of them, so here comes River Falls.
Good no call there underneath the basket.
JT Doherty with a put back from his twin brother, Liam.
Using a little bit of a baby hook, Art. You and I grew up watching that. Tough to block those shots.
When the guy comes at you at 6'9", he rolls it over like that. That is very difficult.
Catch it sweet before you start putting the ball down on the floor.
Duran blocked by Flood. He's got numbers.
Blow by.
Wow.
Logan timeout. Call a timeout, and he does.
Zach Johnson.
Either call a timeout or this game's getting away from you.
All right. 42-29. A quick run here by River Falls. Start the second half. Citizen State Bank. Is it time to make a change with your bank? Make the switch to Citizen State Bank and discover why they are considered one of the top banks in the nation and one of the best cultures in the industry. Citizen State Bank, an experience like no other, with locations in Onalaska and La Crosse.
Well, Seven River Sports, you ever heard of it?
I've heard of it.
It's one of my favorite
your
shows.
deal, yeah.
Jesse says I never even watch the show, but I do once in a while. But this last week we had 3 tremendous student athletes from Holman on the show. Caleb Maddle, Evan Tronic, got a lot of compliments at Cameron Weber. Starting tomorrow night, Karen Middleton, Danny Craig, and Delaney Schoenberger on the show. Next week, UWL men with Coach Kent Durbach and Dernbach, which we will interview tomorrow on our game of the week from UWL.
Here's some River Falls trivia.
All right, let's hear it.
3 international fashion models out of there.
Oh.
Frankie Rader and Missy Rader. I assume they're sisters.
Funny how you
And
start with
Rachel
that trivia.
Sitz. Oh, yeah. Well, one of those Rader girls, Frankie Rader, ended up marrying Flea, if you know, from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I do.
So, I mean.
Now, when we get another break, can you share the rest of your trivia?
I got a little bit more.
Okay.
So
I hope it's something to do with models.
No, I got the model piece is done.
Okay. All right. I don't know if I want to hear the rest then. Just kidding.
On the floor. And McHugh Sakis, I got an elbow to the face there. Johnson, not there, and
good defense by Jackson.
Yep.
Hamilton went vertical, too. Oh, bad things coming there. Ooh, I could see that coming.
Funches driving, and we call a foul.
Yeah.
It's going to go against Zach Johnson.
See if you agree with this. A player goes hard to the basket, and there's contact. A player goes hard to the basket, out of control. The defense moves. What do you call? Out of control player.
Out of control. Well, you've always said don't bail a guy out.
Exactly. What we're taught at the NC2A level is do not bail a guy out. He's out of control. He goes to the basket. Even though the defense is moving, go back the other way with a charge. You agree with that?
It makes sense. It makes sense. I'm sure every call is a little different, but it makes sense.
Yeah, like every snowflake is different. Same thing.
That foul was against Flood, and that is his fourth, so he hit the bench. Here's Funches. Oh, falling away.
His heels were on the sideline. Almost fell into the bleachers.
So Funches, that was a needed bucket for
I think
Logan.
that's his first three, wasn't it? Funches?
It is. Johnson off the edge, and Moran with a rebound.
Logan with a 10-point deficit. They need to be careful and first bucket, first time, yeah, and value each possession. Value a possession like you value each day in your life. You value your life. You value your friends. Same thing. Value your every possession. Don't
Jackson
waste
going hard. Oh, he fought for that. Back up. He's going to get stripped out of there. Wow.
Ooh, good piece of officiating there, too, right? Letting things go a little bit. Nothing malicious.
It was rough. Far corner. No. Long range, that's his first bucket of the night.
Yeah. That was a pretty shot, wide open. Good perimeter shooter. Started on the baseball team as a freshman. Quality athlete.
Jackson. Well within his range. It was a good look.
Yeah, no rebounding, though.
Tipped out of bounds. That'll go back to Logan.
One of few turnovers in the conversion game for River Falls. One of few here tonight. Rangers, a lot of time left, Art, but down 45-32.
Yeah, the start of the second half. I mean, and this right now is a 9-3 run.
I know.
For River Falls.
Value everything. Slow down, get a good shot, and crash the boards on offense. Oh. Crash the boards. Like George Raveling used to say. You remember when he coached at Minnesota?
Oh, nice move by Hamilton.
Now, that belongs on the top 10 plays of the week right there.
That was a pretty move. Quick spin move.
You know some officials will call traveling on that move? Isn't that a shame? Oh.
It was blocked and a strong putback by Mike Johnson. He'll get a chance to go to the line.
How hard do you really want rebounds? You think there's a mental approach to rebounding? Yes. How hard do you want to fight for it?
Well, Johnson, you know, he's one of those kids, he can just explode and he gets a night going for him.
He does. Well, we talked about he had 35 points Saturday, that win over Ashland.
He's got 10 now.
It's almost like going after a fumble recovery in football. How bad do you want it?
Hamilton getting double teamed.
No. Ooh, I don't know. Got to have control on it on the timeout. But Jackson, Hamilton, Art, don't force it. Just slow down. Play within yourself.
Timeout on the floor. 48-34. River Falls back after this. on KQEG High School Game of the Week.
Here's Luke Korish for Luke's Auto Repair in Onalaska.
What sets us apart from all the other repair shops is the way we take care of customers and keep their cars safe on the road.
Luke's Auto Repair, a full-service repair shop, complete with a diesel mechanic with over 25 years experience. And Luke's is fast becoming one of the area's largest tire dealers. Tires by Cooper, BF Goodrich, Michelin, Firestone, General, even Goodyear. Trust Luke's to take care of your car.
There's a lot of places people can take their car and spend their money, so you want to make sure you treat them well so they keep coming back.
Luke's Auto Repair on Mason Street in Onalaska.
At Boyers, we have a great selection of furniture.
At great prices.
And great personality.
We'll be the judges of that. Love seats, great.
Prices, great.
Personality, so-so. Sofas, great.
Prices, great.
Personality, so-so.
Recliners, great.
We're back here, possession with La Crosse Logan, down by 14 points, 12 and a half minutes left in the contest. At halftime, it was a 7-point game. Erickson out to Moran, over the far side. Thomas was asking for it. No foul.
No foul, but and he didn't follow his shot because he was on the floor. Oh, boy.
Pinot beating the defense back.
Good conversion game again. Beating the Rangers down the floor. Little disparity in threes, 22 threes attempted so far. And Art, and 8 threes attempted by the Rangers.
Ball out of bounds on the shot. Goes over to River Falls.
Not many offensive rebounds for the home team Rangers. Down 16 points here at just under 12 minutes. Sense of urgency already.
There's the left-handed shot by Johnson, not there. Tiffany putting it back up, still battled for.
This has been an aggressive game.
Erickson from the side, not there.
Didn't get his feet set. And a rebound and a transition bucket again for River Falls. Rangers need another timeout.
Mike Johnson.
This game's getting away from them.
It is 52-34. All of a sudden an 18-point contest.
Got to get back on defense. There we go. That's a charge.
Oh, they're going to call that a block.
Whoa!
That was a hard collision in there.
Whoa.
And the foul's going to go against River Falls and Mike Johnson.
That would bring me off the bench if I was a River Falls coach. Oh.
Yeah, Mike Johnson had one of those surreal surprise looks, and he didn't like it.
You know, it's easy to be critical, and I'm not, trust me, but out of control again. Got to go the other way. Got to go the other way, Art. It'll teach players not to get out of control. It's a teaching moment.
Logan looking for that shot. Oh, there's a long range one.
Jeez.
Floyd Thomas from long range. Tiffany going to shoot a three. He's found one. That's his first point of the night. 55-34.
This game has suddenly turned into a rout. Let's see if the Rangers can challenge that statement and do something.
They've been coming down and unfortunately coming up empty. Cusack in the corner. Kicks it back out.
Here we go again.
Funches going in hard on the glass.
That time, a little more control, huh?
He did. Boy, when you dribble behind your back, though, and you're going in the lane, that's
well, when you
a lot
got
of
your
traffic.
Oh, that looked good. That looked good when it's left his hand.
Liam Doherty.
You know, you and I watch enough basketball. Can you tell, like I can, when it leaves his hand, it's usually whether it's in or not?
You know, when you got a shot that's just we're lined up right with it, it really helps.
And it's pretty release, pretty rotation, and pretty results. And nobody follows their shot, and consequently, a rebound to the Wildcats.
Kicks it out, Pinot. He had a look. Thomas. 22-point lead right now, 58-36, and we're down to 9 minutes. And we got a hand on the hip, I think I'm going to call that. Yep.
Does that match other calls? That's what we always talk about, too.
Well, as rough and tumble as this game has been, I don't know. Hand on the hip looks minor, but that's all right. There's a timeout on the floor. 9:02 left in the contest. 22-point lead for River Falls. We'll be back right after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
At Boyers, we have a great selection of furniture.
At great prices.
And great personality.
We'll be the judges of that. Love seats, great.
Prices, great.
Personality, so-so. Sofas, great.
Prices, great.
Personality, so-so.
Recliners, great.
Prices, great. Personalities,
But I'm your grandpa. Can't you give me a break?
All judges' decisions are final at Boyers Furniture.
Please?
Welcome back to Logan High School. 22-point lead right now for River Falls. It was only a 7-point lead, so the second half, the adjustments that River Falls made in the locker room are paying dividends for them on the floor. Jackson Hamilton is on the bench for Lacrosse Logan. He's got 18 points. Can't imagine he's going to be on the bench very long. You're going to need him back out there for his scoring punch. Floyd Thomas has got 8 in the game. Jakaya Funches for Logan has got 7. And they spread it around pretty good for River Falls. 13 points for Peyton Flood, all coming in the first half. 14 right now for Zach Johnson.
They're on a roll, Art. They're showing their true colors on the Logan Ranger home court. That's not right.
They're just looking good. Second half has been a good run for them. Cusack from 3, not there.
The Cusack has not had any passes, or excuse me, any paint shots in the paint tonight, and he's 6'4". His grandpa, of course, Dan McHugh, is a Hall of Famer at Holman.
Oh, stolen Johnson all the way in, not there.
Did everything right, but finished.
Logan. Going on the baseline, we got a whistle down there.
Sometimes I think we get the ball down the floor, we go with it. Excuse me, I shouldn't say we, the Rangers. Yeah. And I just don't know if there's a purposeful drive, if there's purpose to the penetration.
Liam Doherty with that foul. And with that, Jackson Hamilton is back in the contest. And right away, he's got the basketball.
Nice move again.
Just not able to finish it off.
Yeah, well,
good move.
He tried to do it over 6'9" JT Doherty.
Johnson back out to Zach Johnson, and that was there.
Close out with high hands and disturb the shooter. Key point.
Zach Johnson, steady out there. He's got 17, leads all scorers now. Stolen by Pinot.
Sloppiness
on both ends.
Yeah, yeah. What is that? You ever heard the one sloppiness leads to another sloppiness?
I don't know. I haven't heard that one.
I just made it up.
Here, another fun fact about River Falls. They had an Olympic gold medalist in hockey.
Ooh.
A lady.
Oh,
Karen
you're kidding me.
Bai Dietz was her name. Back in 1998. So, there's Zach Johnson just beating everybody back.
Well,
wow.
A blow-by.
He did.
A blow-by just because he accelerated past 2 Rangers. Boy,
really quick.
That should be addressed. That should be addressed. And so should countless turnovers be addressed.
Back over to Logan.
1 versus 2, and Wisely sets up. Good job, Jackson Hamilton, not forcing things.
Moran from a 3. Boy, it's one and done, unfortunately, when you do those threes.
Boy, I would say.
36-63.
Yeah.
It was a tight game in the first half, is now being opened up by River Falls.
Oh, and more so.
Zach Johnson again.
Zach Johnson, 6'3" junior. What a future that boy has.
He is matching his average now.
Isaiah Gray in the game, too. That was a nice move. Hamilton is the bright spot, perhaps the only one we're seeing here on Logan's home court, huh?
He has 20 tonight. Mike Johnson. Whoa.
He's hot. Of course, did you hear my stats at halftime? 22 threes by River Falls, and I don't know what they have now. Probably end up with 43s by the end of the game.
And Duran with a little baby hook puts it up and in. And a timeout on the floor. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and get updates sent to your phone whenever you go live. We'll let you know what we're up to. If you'd like a copy of tonight's game, go to our website of kqegtv.com.
You know, River Falls fans, of which there are thousands watching this, you can even watch games here the rest of the week.
Yeah.
You can watch, because we have games all the way through Saturday night. So I hope our viewers will support us. We have lots of good sponsors. We have brought some new ones on for the UWL game tomorrow night. I think that's going to be a very good crowd for that game against
I hope so.
Whitewater.
I mean, the teams really deserve it. You know, both men's and women's coaches have done a great job up there at UWL.
Karen Middleton.
Karen Middleton's done a great job.
She sure has. And we're going to be broadcasting their game against Platteville a week from tomorrow. And by the way, that will be a game where Morgan Horseman from Bangor playing her senior year at Platteville. So that'll be fun to see her.
Full court press being put on by Logan. River Falls.
Boy, they break the press
They
easily,
did.
don't they? Look at that. Oh, nice move, too.
Yeah. Mike Johnson went right at Jackson Hamilton. Picks up the foul.
Zach Campbell in his 7th year has done a great job with that River Falls program. I talked to him earlier today while we have a break here. Human interest stories. I said, what's your team do besides win games? He said, well, we attend, they were involved in Feed the Starving Children meal last Monday. They volunteer their time at Special Olympics. They work with the youth. He teaches a lot of life lessons beyond basketball. Very involved in the community. Lucky to have him as their head coach.
16 points for Mike Johnson for River Falls. He's having a good night. I can see how he exploded for 35.
Yeah, me too. A lot of athleticism there.
Yeah. Hamilton.
Oh,
boy.
There's hustle. I like
there
that.
There was.
Get after the 50-50 ball. And Hamilton showing a lot of effort on that particular play, along with Julian Erickson and Jack McHugh-Sake.
You know, I was talking to his dad, Vince, and he's been struggling with an ankle injury for a long time this season.
He missed some games early on, Art, and then he wasn't 100% for a while, but he's close to that now, and it shows.
It is, you know. But again, his dad just said, you know, it's not there yet. But boy, he's playing through it.
The future will be bright for him. You know, the future. You might not see it now, but if he continues to develop, he's a project.
Timeout on the floor. 70-40 right now. Hey, that last bit of info for River Falls.
Okay.
That was Governor Warren Knowles from there. Back in the 60s, early 70s.
Is he alive yet?
He is not. He passed.
Okay, I can remember him very clearly.
Yeah, and they've got a history of up there too. You know, their marching band has been highly highly decorated with awards.
No, I expect you to bring some trivia about
every game now, huh?
Exactly. But so you got some work to do because I expect some good trivia tomorrow about Whitewater when we work that game.
Well, wasn't there? I think there was a story out there too. Wasn't River Falls the home for the Kansas City Chiefs for many years?
I sure was because I used to go up and watch them.
Yeah, there's still some connections there.
I know there is. Oh, wow.
And we got a whistle underneath, and that's going to be a foul against River Falls. That might be against Flood. And if it is, he's done. It is. He's a little frustrated, but 13 points in the first half for Peyton Flood, and that's what he ends with.
Peyton Flood asking Kyle Yonke, what did I do? Well, I had to call that foul, young man. Kyle Yonke in this crew, young guy, only in his early 20s, has got a bright future as an official.
So Flood at the line has got 8 in the contest. This is his first trip to the free throw line.
Floyd Thomas with good ball rotation. 3-sport athlete. Went away to Florida for a while. Did you know that? And came back.
No.
Missed the football season, played down, and we're blessed to have that guy back at Logan.
Stolen away, Flood. Under to Hamilton. Blocked from behind, but that's a foul on Zach Johnson. Now, Johnson had that one to give. He's first foul of the night.
Good unselfish pass by Thomas to Hamilton.
Hamilton with 21. Whoa. Hitting the floor hard.
There's been a lot of bodies on the floor here tonight.
I guess so.
Custodian's got a little work to do after we leave. Maybe the carpenters too, fixing some of the holes in the floor.
Doherty trying to put it up, not there.
Good block by Hamilton, went vertical, no foul. Good officiating by Jeremy Hansen.
Yeah, Doherty probably doesn't see that very often. Somebody can get up as high as he does. Oh, they're going to count that one?
Ooh.
Nope. What a foul. That's 19 fouls this half for River Falls.
Neither team has gone deep to their bench yet. 4 minutes to go, 4:17.
That foul is on J.T. Doherty.
Hamilton scored a lot of points on the free throw line tonight.
He has.
Of course, you got the stats.
He's got 8 of them. 8 free throws right now.
Didn't really follow through on that second one.
Reverse layup. Woo! Nice move by Jackson Hamilton.
Anticipated well.
Johnson all the way down and in.
Get over and draw a charge.
72-45.
Oh.
Cusack going to the hoop.
The first shot of the night inside the paint for Jack McCusack. Do you know that, Art? The first one where he should be quite often in the game. And what happens? He scores a bucket.
Big, tough kid.
Yeah. Keenan Haas in the game. He's looked good in reserve. Julian Erickson in the game. And I think Jackson Hamilton is done for the night, huh?
He could be.
Along with Ja'Kai Funches. I don't know. Ja'Kai, what did he have, 3 points?
I got him for 7.
Didn't do much. Yeah, he had one. Yeah, I mean, he didn't do as much as he had, I should say. Averaging 14 a game. So 7 points under his average.
Quick run down court. Tiffany with a bucket.
Rangers getting beat in the transition game.
Thomas from the top of the key. Thomas kicks it out. Doherty from the deep corner. And it's out of bounds.
Logan coming in with multiple subs. Jackson Fenwick. Dane Huff in the game. Dade Cogburn. Keenan Haas. My grandson Jackson Fenwick right there with the ball. Did you know that, Art?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. One of 16 grandkids. You probably knew that.
I know you had quite a gang of them. Yeah, a lot of the kids on the varsity reserve seeing some action now.
See if the Rangers can get a good shot off.
Crowded in there and kicks it back out.
Yeah, don't force it in there. This is a good pass. A little too many passes right there, but
there's a three-pointer on the way. And we got a substitution timeout, I think we got.
I think that's just a rotation, sub-rotation timeout. No, I guess he wants a full timeout.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Well, as we said, tomorrow night, UWL hosting Whitewater men. We'll be bringing you that game.
You know, the Whitewater will come ready to get a win because the first time those two teams played, which is hard to do, the Eagles beat Whitewater at Whitewater in double overtime. So they'll want to avenge that loss on Wednesday night. We're hoping that if you can't make the game and you're watching here this evening, you can watch this broadcast tomorrow night. First ever broadcast of UWL Eagle basketball. Hopefully that will continue.
I hope so. Good program going on up there. Later this week, Onalaska at Aquinas Girls on Thursday night. Friday night, the boys game, Onalaska at Aquinas. Holman at Central. And then we've got the big Midwest Players Classic makeup games at UWL on Saturday.
Border Classic. Border Battle, games at Central, and then the two games, Central and Onalaska, with Minnesota opponents on Saturday night.
Ball loose, picked up Banal. A little hard on the three and comes up for Logan with 2 minutes left in the game. 74-48. River Falls. Tight game at halftime, only 7-point difference. And River Falls just took control of the second half.
Good move, good job by Keenan Haas. Good anticipation, turnover, and then 2 points for him.
You know, I've seen him play on the varsity reserve. He's a good-looking ball player.
He is. They're going to need him next year.
Joe Reardon puts in a bucket for two.
There's good ball movement by the Ranger reserves.
And a foul on the drive. Haas will be going to the line.
River Falls foul on three. Reagan Penow, his third personal. At the line for the Rangers, 25, Keenan Haas.
Rangers with their 10th loss as we close this contest, and they have some tough games ahead. Sparta, Onalaska, Central will come Memorial, and they finish the season February 27th against Toma. They have 9 left and 6 conference games.
A left-handed sophomore. Off on the second one. Down the lane, Reardon, and he'll go to the line, drawing a foul on Nathaniel Powell.
Reardon, a 6'3" junior. Cole Frisch in the game, too. Trey Tim up from the JV unit. Varsity reserve, I should say. It used to be called JV when I played. They don't call it that anymore. Isaiah Gray, he's a big kid, too, a junior, 6'5".
They're down the last 40 seconds. And stolen away in the back. All the way down and up and in. Coming off the bench and scoring 2. Trey Tim.
Shot didn't go for Nathaniel Powell. He's battled a lot of illness and he's doing well.
All the kids want to get an opportunity. Now we're down to 6 seconds. I don't think River Falls will take the last shot. Going to hang on to it now. And that'll do it. 78-50 is the final. In that second half, River Falls scored 42 points to 21 for Lacrosse Logan. So a big second half for the Wildcats to come up with this win tonight. Just taking a quick look at how this scoring came together. Devin Moran had 3 points for Lacrosse Logan. Jackson Hamilton led those Rangers with 24 tonight. Jake McHugh-Sake had 4. Floyd Thomas had 9. 2 points for Keenan Haas coming off the bench, and 7 points for Jakaya Funches. For River Falls, leading all the way was Zach Johnson. He had 10 in the first half and 14 in the second. 13 points for Peyton Flood, 16 for Mike Johnson, 5 for Reagan Pinot, 5 points also for Michael Tiffany, 3 for Liam Doherty, 8 points for JT Doherty, 2 points for Tim Trey, and Joe Reardon had 2 points. So the win moves River Falls now to 10-3 on the year and 3-2 in the conference. Lacrosse Logan is 3-10 and 2-4 in the Mississippi Valley.
First chance I've seen to River Falls. Again, I talked Steve Blank at the Holman coach who beat River Falls earlier in the year. Now look at what we saw tonight by this River Falls team. I mean, are they one of the better teams we've seen all year? The answer is unequivocally yes. Yeah, they are highly talented.
You know, they might be playing some hot and cold because, you know, if they get the losses that they've had, you know, a little bit surprising, but tonight they didn't show any of those Achilles heels.
I'm just going to leave this gym being awful impressed with their coaching, their style of play, their discipline, their shots, their size. We talked about that. But their threes, they shot an abundance of threes. We shared at halftime that they'd already attempted 30 and they ended up with about 42. My players of the game, Jackson Hamilton started out strong. You referenced that. He torched the Wildcats in the first half. He's my player of the game. And there's several players to consider maybe with River Falls. Zach Johnson?
Zach Johnson's got to be in the mix.
Okay. And, of course, his mom's going to say, well, you just said that because of me. And that's one of the reasons, too. But they really are. I'm interested to watch them the rest of the year and see how they do it in the Big Rivers Conference. So we're ready to go for the rest of the week, huh?
We got games every night, so hopefully you can join us. So final once again, River Falls 78, Lacrosse Logan 50 in this non-conference game. For Luke on camera, Jesse running the computer for us, and Terry Erickson, this is Art Fay. Thank you for joining us on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
You've been watching the KQEG TV High School Game of the Week. Tonight's game featured the River Falls Wildcats and the Logan Rangers. The KQEG TV High School Game of the Week is made possible by our sponsors, like Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Your comfort is their business. Southwest 2nd Avenue in Unalaska. Schumacher Kish Funeral and Cremation Services in La Crosse, La Crescent, and Onalaska. Boyers Furniture, quality furniture at affordable prices on South Avenue, La Crosse. Luke's Auto Repair on Mason Street in Onalaska. Citizen State Bank, a banking experience like no other, with locations in La Crosse and Onalaska. Thanks for watching high school basketball on KQEG TV and KQEGTV.com.